Alright, so these are my trades that I took last week and my outlook going into this week. So I took 3 trades last week. One of them was this AUD USD loss. So pretty much the context for this trade was we swept this external range liquidity on the daily and on the weekly. And on the weekly, we were still pretty bearish at this point. We were coming down from here. And we had this weekly order block right here. And within that order block, we had a bearish daily fair value gap right here. So I thought our draw was down here. So once we swept this external range, we trended back to internal range, and then we got this displacement down on the 4-hour time frame. So once we got this displacement down, I thought we would at least go to this low. So I set a limit order at this breaker right here. I had my stop at this fair value gap high, and my take profit around here. I just got stopped out immediately. There was FOMC this day, so it might have not been a very good day to trade, but overall, my bias wouldn't have changed even though it was FOMC. The one mistake I did make with this trade is that I was shorting off of a bullish daily fair value gap. So what would have been safer in this scenario was that if we broke this daily fair value gap and closed below it, then you can inverse this and take an entry somewhere like here, and then have your stop somewhere like here. Target this low. That would be a much better trade. The second trade was a break-even trade, and it was on USD CAD. So weekly was bullish. We just had this move up on the weekly. On the daily, we trended back to this discount daily fair value gap, and we were also in OTE of this range right here. So I pretty much just longed here at the beginning of the week. I think I longed right here, targeted these highs. As you can see, I got stopped at a break even, but this week, going into this week, I pretty much have the same exact bias, except now we stopped at the buyers here. We got a proper liquidity sweep, a proper market structure shift. We're still trading within that weekly fair value gap, but now we've created a swing low within it. So now this low, if we're still bullish, this low should not get violated, and instead we should get bought up to this weekly high. So yeah, on the 4-hour, I already have a limit order set at this order block. Again, to be safer for this setup, I would recommend waiting till this bearish fair value gap gets ran through, and then inverse that to the upside. But we're still holding this bullish fair value gap technically on the daily. So it is, again, more of a riskier setup, but this order block just looks very clean to me. And obviously if I don't get filled here and we just rip here and we push past this fair value gap, then I can enter with even more size, probably with stops at this low, targeting this high, because then we would inverse this daily fair value gap. So that was the second trade I took, and my outlook for USD CAD going into this week. And then the last trade I took last week was on GU. So pretty much we were bouncing off a weekly order block down here. We have a clean 4-hour buy model up to this daily bearish fair value gap, and at the time we were trending right here. We got a nice retracement, and we were trending back to the upside on GU. And then I think this was a London session trade, so we were trending around here at the time, and I didn't really want to trade because we had NFP the next morning. But the reason I took the setup is because I had pretty much everything I needed to see going into this trade. We broke this high, creating a 4-hour fair value gap. Then we had a clean displacement on the 15-minute with a clean breaker, order block, 4-hour fair value gap right here. I had my limit order right here, I think. which got filled, and then I had my stops at this low right here, and then I was targeting this external range right here. So it was a 2R, and then obviously NFP pumped it to that drawn liquidity, and then we consolidated. So that was the last trade I took. And then this week I'm looking at two pairs. First one was USD CAD, which I already showed my analysis on, which is just this long pretty much after we got this turtle soup. And then the other pair I'm looking at is Euro USD. We do have this low resistance liquidity right here. We're bouncing off a daily bearish fair value gap. We have a clear reason to go lower right here. We're also bouncing off this weekly order block, so we have a clear reason to go lower. On top of that, DXY is looking very bullish this week for me. So on the weekly time frame, we have a clear drawn liquidity higher, and then we have just hit OTE of this weekly dealing range, daily discount fair value gap, 4 hour daily internal range liquidity, and then a clean 4-hour market maker model to this daily level, and then this weekly level. We also have stacked highs here, so just added more confluence. So DXY is looking really bullish. That's why I think Euro USD has a higher probability to dump this week. But yeah, those are two pairs I'm looking at this week.